Hello, everyone. Welcome to MADM 720 Leadership Communication. I am your instructor for the course, Dr. Kimberly Williams, and I am super excited to spend the next 7 weeks with all of you journeying and discovering and learning about the topic of leadership communication. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am currently an online program manager and instructional designer for LSU Online in Baton Rouge, where I have operational oversight of online degree programs. And I work closely with faculty members to help them design and develop their courses and teach their courses as well. I also teach campus and online courses for LSU Baton Rouge and online courses for LSU Shreveport, and the classes that I teach are business classes, leadership classes, human resource management classes. I am a diehard LSU Tiger fan and alumni. All of my degrees are from LSU, so if you've had a chance to read my welcome letter, you have noticed that my bachelor's degree is a bachelor's in human resource management. I have a master's in human resource education and workforce development. I also have an MBA, the degree that all of you are working towards, which is a master's in business administration. And I recently finished my PhD in human resources, organization, and leadership development with a concentration in leadership development and organizational behavior. So, as we prepare to get started this week and begin our first week of content, I want to stress the importance that everyone go through the course syllabus and the course schedule to make sure that you are familiar with the expectations of the course. In particular, pay attention to the due dates of your assignments, your case studies, as well as your quizzes. You have weekly quizzes and also weekly discussion forums. Discussion forums, your initial post is due by Thursday at midnight, and your response to at least 2 of your classmates is due by Sunday at midnight. Ideally, I would prefer if you all would submit your initial post early on in the week, and that gives you all time to interact and dialogue about the content a little bit more. Also, your leadership development portfolio will be due at the end of the 7-week module. So as you think about some of the different things that you can write about in your leadership development portfolio, you may want to consider establishing some leadership development goals for yourself at the beginning of the class, and then monitor and measure those as you go along, and summarize it in your leadership development portfolio to see how the class has impacted or influenced your leadership style or your communication style. What kind of aha moments did you have along the way? This is an opportunity for you to be as fun and creative and open and transparent as you would like to be about your individual leadership development. So as we prepare to get started, make sure that you review the course materials, particularly the course syllabus and the course schedule. Also, the grading rubrics for the different assignments that you have, ensuring that you're aware of those expectations, specifically reviewing APA guidelines and paying particular attention to paraphrasing when you are citing your sources and properly providing the correct in-text citations, and also making sure that your reference list or your works cited is formatted properly. Giovanna Charles Young is the academic coach for our class, and so while I will be focused primarily on content in the course, Giovanna will be handling all of the grading for you all. So if you have any questions about any of your grades or the feedback that she provides with your graded assignments, please contact her directly. Her information is available in the course syllabus. And mine is as well. So if you have any questions or concerns along the way, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. As we think about leadership, the first thing that comes to mind to me is influence. And whether we realize it or not, we are constantly interacting in some process, some part of the leadership process, particularly the influence side, because leadership starts with influence. And so think about, someone that you have looked up to along the way, that served as a mentor and had a level of influence upon you that helped in your leadership development growth. And also, as a leader, think about those that you influence. Your influence does not necessarily have to be only in an assigned leadership position, which is one of the definitions in chapter 1. So an assigned leadership position is basically a designated leadership role. But there's also an emerging leadership position where you kind of emerge as the leader as a result of you being that take charge person. You become the go-to person, the team leader, or the subject matter expert, but you're not necessarily in a leadership position or a designated leadership position per se. And so as we dive into the fun and interesting topic of leadership, we're going to look at a bunch of different leadership styles, transformational leadership. We're going to also look at servant leadership. We're going to look at gender in leadership and culture in leadership and the value of individual differences that we all bring to the table. Communication is vitally important, and we're going to spend some time really diving into communication and different ways to effectively communicate. For the first 2 chapters of the textbook, chapters 1 and 2, one is somewhat of an intro to communication, management, communication, and transition. And chapter 2 actually talks about the process of communication and, really being cognizant of how you sending messages and how the other person is going to interpret the message that you send, and also how you receive it as well. Communicating in crises is something that is covered in chapter 2 as well. So take some time to review the weekly lectures. If you have any questions or concerns along the way, please don't hesitate to contact me. You have my contact information. As I said before, I am really excited to dive into leadership communication with you all within the next 7 weeks. And if you have any questions, or if there's anything that I can assist you with, or any part of the content that you need further clarification on, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Welcome to MADM 720 Leadership Communication, and I will see you all online in a little bit. Have a great day. Bye.